Hey everyone, I'm Karen, 18, a high school senior with big dreams of studying mass communication in college. Picture this, a small town with one main street, and right in the middle, my grandma Monica's convenience store. I've been spending most of my time there since I was tall enough to reach the cash register. Don't get me wrong, I love my family, but this whole working for free thing, it's getting old real fast. Karen, where are those price tags I asked for an hour ago? Grandma Monica's voice booms from the back of the store. I sigh, setting down my textbook. Coming, Grandma, just finishing up this chapter for tomorrow's test. Test schmest. This store won't run itself, you know. That's Grandma Monica for you minus 68 years old, a widow and ruler of her mini empire. She's got an iron grip on everything, especially me. Later that evening, I'm restocking shelves when my best friend Jade pops in. Still here, Karen? It's almost 9 p.m. Tell me about it. I've got a pile of college apps waiting for me at home, I mutter. Jade leans in, whispering, speaking of which, any word from State U. I shake my head. Nothing yet. I'm kinda worried, to be honest. Before I can finish, Grandma's voice cuts through. Karen, customer at the register. Jade gives me a sympathetic look. We'll talk later. Don't let her get to you, okay? After Jade leaves, it's just me and Grandma Monica. She's counting the day's earnings, eyeing me suspiciously. So all this college talk, you're not really serious about leaving, are you? I freeze. Of course I am, Grandma. It's been my dream to study mass communication. You know that. She scoffs. Dreams don't pay the bills, girl. This store is your future. It's in your blood. But Grandma, I've enough. Your parents understand the importance of family. Why can't you? Later, I call my mom. Mom, can you talk to Grandma? She's making it impossible for me to focus on my applications. Mom just sighs. Honey, you know how she is. Just try to balance things, okay? It's only for a little while longer. One night, as I'm closing up shop, Jade calls again. Any updates on your apps? I slump against the counter. Nothing. It's weird, right? I should have heard something by now. Maybe they're just slow. Don't stress. You've got this. But I can't shake the feeling something's off. Grandma's been acting all smug and secretive lately. Jade, what if Grandma's messing with my college plans? No way, she wouldn't. Would she? I glance toward Grandma's office, a knot forming in my stomach. I don't know, but I'm going to find out. As I hang up, I can't help but feel like a fight is coming. This store, this town, it's suffocating me. I need out. I need a future that's mine, and no one, not even Grandma Monica, is going to stand in my way. At least that's what I keep telling myself. But with each passing day, my confidence wavers. Will I ever break free, or am I destined to be stuck here forever? The days drag by, and I'm constantly checking my phone, refreshing my email. Nothing. Not a single response from any of the colleges I applied to. It's driving me crazy. Then one day at the store, I'm scrubbing the back office while Grandma's out on a supply run. I decide to deep clean the place, and that's when I see it, a corner of an envelope peeking out from behind the filing cabinet. Curious, I reach for it, my heart pounding. It's addressed to me from State University. With shaking hands, I pull it out, and a whole stack of letters tumbles to the floor. No, 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 no. I mutter to myself, ripping open the envelopes. Acceptance letters, scholarship offers, all addressed to me, all hidden away. I'm still sitting there, surrounded by open letters, when I hear the bell over the front door. Perrine, where are you, girl? I need help with these boxes. Grandma Monica's voice cuts through the air, but my rage is already bubbling over. I gather the letters, storming out to the front, clutching the stack in my hand. What is this? I demand, shoving the envelopes in her face. Why do you have my mail? Her eyes widen for a split second before they narrow. Where did you find those? Behind your filing cabinet. You've been hiding them from me. Why? She sets down the box she's carrying, her face hardening. You don't need those fancy schools filling your head with nonsense. Your place is here, with family. I can't believe what I'm hearing. My place? You mean slaving away in this store for free? That's not a future. That's a prison. Don't you dare talk to me like that. She snaps, slamming her hand on the counter. I've given you everything, a job, stability, and this is how you repay me. Repay you? For what? Stealing my future. My voice rises, fury overtaking any fear. I got into my dream school and you hid it from me. That school will ruin you, she retorts. It'll fill your head with ideas above your station. You belong here, running this store. It's in your blood. I laugh bitterly. No, it's in your blood. This store is your life, not mine. I can't believe you do this to me. Everything I've done is for your own good. You'll thank me one day, she says, her voice cold and resolute. Thank you? For crushing my dreams? For lying to me? Tears are streaming down my face. I will never thank you for this, never. I grab my backpack and the letters, shaking with anger. I'm done with this store and your manipulation. I'm going to college and there's nothing you can do to stop me. If you walk out that door, don't bother coming back, she shouts as I head for the exit. I pause, hand on the doorknob, not turning around. Goodbye, Grandma. I hope the store keeps you warm at night. With that, I'm out the door, stepping into the cool evening air. My hands tremble as my mind races. I've just burned a major bridge, but for the first time in years, I feel free, terrified, but free. I pull out my phone and dial Jade's number. Hey, I say when she picks up, my voice cracking. Can I crash at your place tonight? I've got a lot to tell you. As I walk toward Jade's house, clutching my acceptance letters, I realize this is just the beginning. The real fight for my future starts now. I'm sitting in Jade's room, surrounded by open letters and tissues. My eyes are puffy from crying, but I feel a strange mix of relief and anger. I can't believe she did this to you, Jade says, shaking her head. We need to tell your parents. I nod, picking up my phone. Mom? Dad? Can you come to Jade's house? It's important. An hour later, we're all crowded in Jade's living room. I spread out the letters on the coffee table. She hid these from me for weeks, I explain. Mom gasps, picking up an acceptance letter. Dad's face darkens. Are you sure, honey? Maybe there's a misunderstanding, Mom says hesitantly. I scoff. She admitted it, Mom. She said college would ruin me. We're so sorry, Kareen, Mom says, tears in her eyes. We should have protected you better. We'll support whatever you decide, she assures me, looking at Dad. Absolutely, Dad adds firmly. The next day at school, I seek out Mrs. Rodriguez, my favorite teacher. Mrs. R., I need your help. My grandmother hid my college acceptance letters, and now I'm worried about missing deadlines. Her eyes widen in shock. Oh, Karen, that's terrible. Let's see what we can do. We spend hours emailing and calling admissions offices. Most are understanding. Finally, Mrs. Rodriguez smiles. State U says they'll extend your deadline by 2 weeks. I breathe a sigh of relief. Thank you so much, Mrs. R. Later at home, I overhear my mom on the phone. Lisa, you can't let that girl throw her life away. Grandma Monica's voice crackles through the speaker. Mom, this is Karen's decision. We support her, my mom responds, her voice firm. Then you're all fools, Grandma snaps. But for the first time, I don't care what she thinks. This is my life, and I'm taking control. Mom hangs up the phone, looking exhausted. I'm so sorry, honey. We had no idea she could be like this. It's okay, Mom. We'll get through this. I try to sound confident, but the weight of everything still lingers. In my room, I open a new document on my laptop. Evidence against Monica. I begin typing, listing everything. Unpaid labor since age 14, emotional manipulation, mail theft, interference with education. As I write, a mix of sadness and determination takes over. This isn't just about college anymore. This is about standing up for myself and taking control of my future. I can hardly believe it when I hold the official acceptance letter from State University in my hands. Not only did I get in, but they're offering me a partial scholarship too. It feels surreal. Karen, that's amazing. Dad beams. And that's not all. Mom adds. Tell her about the radio station, honey. I can't help but smile. I got the part-time job at WKM. I start next week, but my excitement doesn't last long. The next day at the radio station, my new boss, Rick, calls me into his office. Kareen, I've been getting some concerning calls about you, something about theft and unreliability. My heart sinks. Let me guess. Monica Thompson. Rick nods, looking uncomfortable. I take a deep breath. Rick, I can explain everything. After hearing my story, Rick's face softens. Damn kid, that's rough. Look, your work here has been great. I'm not letting you go over some petty small town drama. Relief washes over me. Thanks, Rick. I really appreciate that. That night, I stay up late, my fingers flying over the keyboard. I'm done being the victim. It's time to fight back my way. The next morning, I hit post on my social media campaign. Hashtag small town secrets. My story of exploitation and escape. It starts small, a few shares, some supportive comments. But by lunchtime, it's all over town. By dinner, it's reached neighboring cities. Weeks pass in a blur of statements, interviews, and preparations for college. Then the bomb drops. Local business owner charged with multiple offenses. The headline screams of tax evasion, labor law violations, and mail tampering. I watch from my bedroom window as police cars pull up to Grandma Monica's house. There's a strange mix of sadness and vindication as I see her being escorted out. The day before I leave for college, Dad sits me down. The store's been sold, he says quietly. Part of the proceeds will go toward your education. I nod, feeling a chapter of my life close. The next day, surrounded by my parents, Jade, and a few close friends, I load up the car. As we drive past the boarded-up store, I feel a weight lift off my shoulders. Weeks later, I'm sitting in my dorm room, putting the finishing touches on my first college radio show script. I've learned a lot these past few months about standing up for myself, the power of truth, and forging my own path. I glance at the photo on my desk, me smiling with my parents on move-in day. No Grandma Monica in sight, and that's okay. I take a deep breath. The future is wide open, and for the first time in my life, I'm truly free. Now here's a question for you. Was Kareen justified in exposing her grandmother's actions publicly, or should she have tried to resolve the issue privately within the family? How far would you go to protect your future and dreams? Share your thoughts in the comments below.